Good evening, y'all. I know I'm a little bit late, but I apologize. Just got back from work, so we're here. Welcome to Facts Only. We're kind of trying to do like a little studio setup for you guys to be a little bit more professional. So that's what's going on behind me. We got backdrops and lighting fixtures and things of that nature going on. So excuse the mess that's going on behind me. It'll be all right. I promise. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to space it out and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, we're back. Happy Monday. If anybody had work today, hope you had a great day at work, a great start to your week or whatever. So, yeah, let's just dive right into stuff. As you can see, I posted that I'm feeling very excited, and I am. So eventually I want you guys to be just as excited as I am, because I have a project that I want to share with y'all. I'm going to try to stop saying as well, but, whatever. Well, we're going to be discussing, Larry, welcome, hello. We're going to be discussing a project that I'm going to be working on. So I've been talking to some close friends, some family as well about this project, and I want to start getting the ball rolling. So I'm reaching out to all my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what else do I use? YouTube, like everybody who who watches Facts Only or who is familiar with me and like my journey and what I want to do and stuff like that. I'm kind of just dropping stuff. I just want to like share my project, what I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to go with it, and see if y'all want to kind of like jump on the bandwagon a little bit. So it's up to y'all. So we can discuss it. All right. So like the title says, it's season 2, episode 4, intro to Eve's Revenge. So the project that I will be working on is called Eve's Revenge. And the Eve that I'm referring to is Adam and Eve. Eve, took the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Check out Genesis in your Bible if you're not familiar with this story. Eve gets a bad rap. She definitely gets a bad rap because, she ate the fruit, gave it to Adam. They get banished from the garden. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what everybody knows about this story. And, they say that history repeats itself and all that other stuff. And, Eve never really gets to redeem herself. And she still hasn't redeemed herself. We're still kind of living in perilous times and stuff like that. So this project is bigger than just the story of like Adam and Eve and, their fall from glory and things like that. It's more so, what do we do now? All right. So I took some notes like I always do. And I kind of want y'all to give me some feedback on what you're thinking. And also, what I want to do with the project itself is I want like a compilation of art. So I want musicians, I want artists, so like visual art, paintings, sculptures, things like that. I need people who do poetry, short stories, people who want to do short films, things like that. And I just want it to be like a big project. Like I want everybody involved. So I don't want to do everything by myself, obviously. I want people from all walks of life who have some sort of understanding of the story to kind of come in and add to it, based on the concept that Eve will eventually get her revenge and all will be right with the world eventually. So here, I'm gonna kind of read through like what I have so far, and then I want everybody to kind of chime in basically on the concept itself. Like, what do you think about what I'm getting at. And then also if you have like any rebuttals about what I'm trying to get at, or if you have anything that you want to add, or if you disagree, agree, things like that. Just the normal stuff that we do on Facts Only anyway, just having a discussion, talking things through. And I've decided like each episode I would do like a piece of what I'm going to be doing next. So right now we've got the interlude, because I also want to do like an album, or I really don't like to call it a mixtape. I want to do like an album, like a collection of music that goes along with the concept as well. So first we're going to have an interlude. Every great album from back in the 90s. I don't know if they still do interludes. I think they still do. But they're going to have an interlude. And I named the first interlude Rib Gone Wrong. Because, you know, Eve is the rib. And, you know, she went wrong. So that's the start of the story. Start of the concept, Eve's Revenge. So I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm trying to get at. So I start off by kind of just giving a rundown of what my concept is and like why I'm deciding to do it, why it's called Eve's Revenge, stuff like that. So I wrote it exactly how I talk, so please don't judge me. It's really rough. God bless you too, Raquel. Love you. Flip your hair for me real quick. All right. So again, I wrote it exactly how I talk. So again, no judgment. I'm just going to give it to you raw, the way Chelsea talks. All right. So it's like, yeah, Eve took this fruit and gained a knowledge that had her on another level. Instead of just keeping it to herself, she shared it with her counterpart. She gave it to her man. She gave him a new life, gave him knowledge, gave him brains, so to speak. All right. And then I put laughing my ass off because I laughed because I thought it was funny. I'm pretty clever myself. So then even though they weren't supposed to, they did, and they did it together. So now with this newfound knowledge, at what point do the men and women come back together to figure out how to heal what's been broken? Men and women spend so much time pointing fingers and passing blame about everything. Exactly what the devil wants, you know? Men and women together is what God wanted. The devil saw power in that union and did something so small to shake that foundation. And we've been walking around acting straight crazy ever since. Eve has to take her revenge. She has to once again wake her man up and show him new and different. Remind him of what this life together is supposed to be. It's understandable why men do the things that they do to women. We're really just brilliant creatures who abuse our powers over the men, to be honest. Ladies, I'm gonna just tell you. This is a very vulgar term that, you know, pussy is power. Forgive me if I offend anybody by using that word. They say pussy is power, and it is. Like, we have a certain level of persuasion with just being a woman, like, honestly. So when people get offended when they speak on that, like, oh, you know, she was dressed a certain way, so she got that type of attention, she got what she wanted, or whatever the case may be, we're all, oh my God, what are you talking about? I should be judged on my brains and my brilliance and this and the third. Yes, you are judged on your brain and your brilliance when it comes, and then like, as if you're beautiful too, if you got the, you know what I mean? Like, if you have all of that mixed into one, you get more attention. You get more of what you want, because not only are you beautiful, but you have brains too. So again, women use that. And if you say you don't, you're a liar. Just throw that out there. Facts only. You're a liar, because again, we have a level of persuasion. We have a level of like intellect, not only about how our bodies work, but how a man's body works and how his body and brain works when it reacts to our bodies. You know what I'm saying? We're the rib, like, we should know. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. So, and men use their brute to punish us for it. It's like women, I hate to say it and sound so insensitive, Women, we're getting what we deserve in a sense. But the love that God has for us, he's given us what seems to be infinite chances to get it right. But we're just so focused on the wrong things. Man has to learn how to forgive and to love his woman again so that we can fix this and take back what the devil took from us. God gave Adam this woman. So here's where Adam messed up. He effed up right here. This is where he effed up right here. And men have to take accountability for their part in why their women act a certain way. And men don't like to do that. They like to pick at you and treat you a certain way and say certain things to you and make you feel a certain way. But when you react to that way, oh, you crazy, you doing too much, why you acting like that, and you know this, and you knew that, and da-da-da-da. I got something for you, Adam. Okay? All right. So God gave Adam this woman so that he wouldn't be alone in this garden. Because remember, Adam came first. Great. Power to Adam. Man came first. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. You're, what up, Ryan? Ryan logging in or whatever. But here we go. God gave Adam this woman so that he wouldn't be alone in the garden. So why did he leave her alone in the garden? Why was she just there wandering by herself? What was the point of me giving you this woman for you to let her just go? All right, bear with me. For someone to come along and tell her to do something she had no business doing and gain a knowledge that at the time she had no business obtaining. Adam didn't do what he was supposed to do in that garden either. He neglected his woman, like a lot of y'all do. He neglected his woman the way that men do today, and she strayed to find something that seemed better than what she had been dealing with. Only to be stung and only to mess everything up, right? All right, cool. The devil told Eve that if she ate the fruit, she would be just like God. And she fell for it. But she didn't realize like the power in the God who created her. You know what I'm saying? So she fell for it, not realizing that God already had plans for her. He had already created her in his image. She was already like him, so to speak. But because her man wasn't there to guide, lead, protect, and shield her, she sinned. So y'all over here blaming Eve, oh, she ate the fruit, da-da-da-da-da, as if you didn't come right behind me after you was wandering doing your thing. I came to find you now to show you what I found, and you took it with your free will having behind. You took it. So now what? We just gonna continue to blame Eve, or we gonna take accountability, responsibility for what we chose to do, or no? Okay. All right. Then she came back and she led him to sin as well. So the moral of that story is just, all right, again, God gives Eve to Adam, right? Here, sir, I don't want you to be alone. I don't want you to be lonely in this garden. I want both of y'all to be together and in love and enjoy everything except for this fruit over here. The fruit from the tree of the knowledge of both good and evil. Y'all don't need to know nothing about that right now. Just be cool. You got everything else. Leave that alone, right? All right. So they get separated. For whatever reason, he over there doing his thing, focused on whatever's going on over there, laying down with lions, tigers, bears, oh my, whatever he was doing. He just wasn't with his rib. He wasn't with Eve. He wasn't where he was supposed to be together with his woman, right? All right. Sometimes it happens. Men gotta go work. Well, that's after the fact, but here we go. So you leave your woman in the garden to be wandering around and to not have you there to, again, guide, shield, protect. You know what I'm saying? You're not there with your woman where you're supposed to be. All right, but we're not coming for you just yet, right? So serpent comes and he's like, oh, you know, the only reason why God doesn't want you to have this is because you'll be just like him. You'll know the difference between good and evil, like da da da. God already told her that. But God also already told her, you are made in my image. Let me make them in my image. Like, they are like me. I am within them. They are parts of me. So he did some old tomfoolery and used words to trick her and stuff like that. And that's fair. That's what the devil does. He makes something out of nothing. That's exactly what he did. He made sin out of something so simple and broke up one of the strongest bonds that God even created. Man and woman together, that union for us. And I saw something, I think it was on Twitter, I'm not sure if it was on Instagram or what have you, but it was like heaven and hell had a baby and it was called Earth. And that's technically like what happened. Like Garden of Eden, something that came from God, something very heavenly, very pure, whatever. And then the devil came with his sin, you know, his hell nonsense, and brought it together. Then we had to live in times where women have menstrual periods and pain when they're giving birth to their children, and men have to fight and work their hands to the bone and be tired and graded just to provide for these kids. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a whole bunch of foolishness that we have to suffer just because, you know, they sinned. So what really makes me a little bit upset about the story is that nobody takes responsibility for what happened, right? So God comes and he's like, yo, what's going on with y'all? Like, oh, we heard you coming and we realized we were naked and we had to cover ourselves. How did you know you were naked? Like, what are you talking about? Hold on. You weren't worried about that before. What's going on here? Did you do what I told you not to do? Oh, well, the serpent gave it to me and I gave it to Adam, but she gave it to me, and pointing the blame, not taking no responsibility for what had happened. And I mean, granted, I don't know, Eve could have just been like, hold on, Adam, come over here, because he over here trying to tell me to come eat this fruit after God told me not to. Like, what's going on here? Like, no, we're not going to do that. We just gonna sin and just point fingers. When God came down, Adam could have been like, yo, you know what? We both ate this fruit. You really definitely told us not to, and we did it anyway. How do we fix this? How do we go forward? What do we do now? Nobody's ever worried about that. Nobody ever in life is ever worried about how to move forward. All right, so we messed up right here, clearly. So going forward, what do we do so that we don't have to suffer for this? Like, what do we change about ourselves and what we did so that going forward, we don't have to worry about that? You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever thinks about that. So that's part of like Eve's revenge. We are in a time now where our kids are not safe going to school. We're barely safe going to work. We have to work for jobs that make us feel like slaves. And then they tell us that we're free, but we're really not, because we're either in debt or we're working 40, 50 years for the same company and not really being appreciated. Or once we die, you know, our job is posted before our obituary is posted. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're living in a time that really just sucks, to be quite honest. And we have the power to change it. We just haven't tapped into it. And we're just so used to being stuck and being down and being in sin, just living in sin, just unhappiness, like chained to how much money we make and what we have to do. Like, nobody wants to talk about what do we do next? How do we make this better? What do we do? What do we do now? Why are we still doing the same thing? And they say like insanity is doing the same thing over and over and trying to expect different outcomes. I think that's probably not how it's worded, but y'all get the point. Why are we in this world of like straight up insanity? Like, It's insane to think that this has been happening for years. Like, the Bible is like an instruction book, but it's like, how do we know this is not an instruction on what not to do? You know what I'm saying? Because without sin, you wouldn't know, or without rules, you wouldn't know when you've sinned. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he didn't tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, then when you actually did it, you wouldn't know that you're doing anything wrong, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to tell you what not to do so that you know you're doing wrong. That's how you would know the difference. Because if I don't know that it's wrong and I'm doing it to you, but it's wrong to you, you don't like it. It's a boundary for you. It's a rule for you that I don't do this one particular thing, and I'm constantly doing it to you. I'm breaking the rule. I'm sinning against you. Like, you tell me, I really don't like it when you grab my arm, right? All right. You don't like it when I grab your arm, but you have not told me that you don't like it. So I'm just always grabbing your arm. Like, let me just grab you up. Let me grab your arm. But you haven't told me you don't like it. So I'm going to keep doing it because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's perfectly fine to be grabbing on your arm. Meanwhile, you're on the inside tearing up and absolutely hate me because I won't stop grabbing your fucking arm. Sorry for cursing. I won't stop grabbing your arm, and you don't understand why I don't understand that you don't like it, because you haven't said anything. You didn't tell me you don't like it. Like, God told them specifically, do not do this. And that's exactly what you did. That's how you know that you're dead wrong. You can't even say anything about that. Like, you're dead wrong. He told you not to do that, and you did it anyway. So when he comes down now, he's asking you, did you do that? Like, why would you do that? Y'all pointing fingers. Oh, Eve gave it to me. Oh, the serpent gave it to me. No. Because at the end of the day, you're dead wrong, and I told you not to do something, and you did it anyway. So all of this pointing fingers and trying to pass the blame on people, we not going to have that. And y'all can get out, because y'all don't deserve this. Clearly, y'all don't deserve this, so now y'all got to work for it. Now y'all got to get it back by working for it. Period. Like, I told you not to do something, and I'm going to scroll up to see what y'all was talking about, because I'm not just going to keep rambling on and on. I'm going to see what y'all was talking about. All right, so Larry up top a couple minutes ago, you was saying, I love the way you're using your art and vision to turn poison into medicine, but doesn't God upset for Eve and Adam having more knowledge than they're supposed to have? Wasn't God upset for Eve and Adam having more knowledge than they're supposed to have? That's what I'm saying. Like, he already made them in his image. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really necessary for them to have any of that. Because if they weren't doing anything wrong until they did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? They didn't realize that they had done something wrong until they ate the fruit, which was the thing that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird. And then ever since then, people have just been sinning left and right. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. The knowledge between good and evil. Like, they had been doing good this whole time, so they didn't need that knowledge between good and evil because they weren't sinning. They were happy, living blissfully together in the garden. You know what I'm saying? And then the devil comes and he tempts them with, like, different. Ooh, if you eat this fruit, ooh, God just doesn't want you to be like him. Ooh, like, why wouldn't God want me to be like him? We love God. He's so cool. He gave us this garden. Let me just eat it. See what this guy's talking about. And she messed it up. You know? They didn't need that knowledge. Like, what good has that done us now? We know the difference between good and evil, and we still choose to do evil. So why even know about the evil part? Because now we got kids shooting up schools instead of just going to school and learning. Sir was 19 years old, a troubled kid, and all this other foolishness. And he's coming in with AR-15s to shoot up schools. People are coming into elementary schools, shooting up elementary schools. Rest in peace to all them kids that died in Sandy Hook. Like, y'all have the knowledge of what's good and what's evil. You know what is evil, and you choose to do evil anyway. Like, you know it's wrong, and you choose to do it anyway. That fruit was legit the devil. Like, it's foolishness. I just don't get it. It's so dumb. So dumb. And then you come back and you're like, okay, so they both will be held accountable for their actions. Adam for not being man enough, and Eve for being too much of a woman before time. And the thing about it is, I was actually watching this video, these guys from the GOCC, I think it's, no, COCC. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's like the Church of Gathering Christ, or Christ Gathering. I don't know. I'm not going to say it wrong. I'll send y'all a YouTube link or something. And they're just like, man is like, he's like the brawn and he's the brains, and he's supposed to, you know, take care of everything. Like, he's the protector and he's the warrior and he's this and that. But God made the woman, like from man, he made the woman to be the brains of the operation spiritually, on a spiritual level. So she's more like, she's the wisdom, she's the knowledge, she is the one who, you know, gives you what it is that you need. So she was always supposed to be the wisdom. She just wasn't supposed to give him that. That wasn't the type of brain that God wanted her to share with him, if that makes sense. Again, I'm gonna still be doing like research and stuff like this so that all of my stuff is solid. Because right now it's just in like the working effects. Like, I'm just effects. No, that's not what I was trying to say. It's still in the working stages. I'm getting my thoughts together. I'm getting like the music together. I'm building the team, the poets, short stories. I really want to do an album. And I want to start from each part of the story, basically. And then at the end, it'll be, of course, Eve getting her revenge, where like she wakes up her man and she wakes up her people, and they tap back into their power and realize that, you know, we're made in God's image and we are his people, and he's coming for us soon, and we have to be ready and prepared and show him what we did to get prepared for his coming or whatever. So Raquel says, I agree. No one ever wants direction on how to make it better. Big facts. They want to focus on all the foolishness that they were doing before. Why? It wasn't working before. Why do you think it's going to work now? Can we do something different? Nobody likes change, though. And that's okay. Like, I get it. But change is inevitable. Like, that's one thing that's constant about your life, is that your life is going to change. It's not always going to go the same way. Point blank, period. The same people are not always going to be in your life. You're not going to continue doing the same things. You're not going to keep working at the same job. You're not going to be in that same relationship forever, unless that's, you know, it got to be on a different level. You're not going to stay, well, not even if you stay with a person, your relationship changes constantly because things happen that change your relationship. You either grow and get better, or you deteriorate and it sucks. Well, you know, got to do what you got to do. I really want to like pull down my dress, but I feel like it's so inappropriate to do on camera, but whatever. Raquel says, in other words, we want to continue to be zombies, The Walking Dead. Honestly, The Walking Dead. Like, what are y'all even out here doing? And why are you doing it at this point? Like, why? What is to come of this? Like, what do you want to come of this? Like, do you want to continue doing the same thing over and over? Or do you want knowledge on how to make it better? Just, you know, trying to throw that out there. But again, the interlude for the album is called Rib Gone Wrong. And it's going to be, again, I want each song to have like different art counterparts. So each song is going to have like a work of art. That's what I was looking for. A work of art. So whether that's a picture, whether that's a painting, whether that's a sculpture, something like that. It'll go with that. a poet will have like written a piece for me. There'll be like a short story, like a real quick kind of blurb kind of thing. And then like a short film, like a really short film, like not maybe anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes type of thing, because I want it to be like a visual arts kind of album with other things, kind of on my Kanye West thing, where like he has the video for like everything. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce do that now. Mostly Beyonce, like visual albums where like each song on the album has a video or something. I mean, I don't necessarily have to do all of that, but it would be nice. It'd be cool. Again, Eve's Revenge. So if you know a poet who knows an artist, if you know a producer who has beats, somebody who want to get down on a new project or something like that, let me know, because I'm looking for people to kind of add their 2 cents and let me know what they're thinking about it. Eve has to get her revenge. We all have to get our revenge, but it has to start with Eve because she started it. Honestly, like, you started it, so help fix it. And this, I honestly just want to turn this into like a revolutionary type thing. Like, we're living in a time where we're legit slaves to like everything we do, and it's really sad. Slaves to the dollar bill, to be honest. I don't really like to say it because it says like "in God we trust" on it, but God ain't got nothing to do with that, like, at all. He ain't have no parts in none of that. He had 0 parts in any of that. So I don't like when people say like "in God we trust" or looking at money and seeing "in God we trust," because if you trusted in God, there'd be a lot of stuff that y'all would not be doing, and a lot of stuff that y'all would not think is okay, and a lot of stuff that would just end. But you know, you just won't. So, you know, there's that. But eventually, this is going to be bigger than me. It's going to be bigger than all of us that's involved with it. It's going to turn into a revolution. People are going to get upset. They're not going to like it. They're going to like try to shut things down. That's all in the Bible too. Like, you know, people are going to be persecuted and locked up. Currency slaves. Oh, I can't leave this job because it pays my bills. I can't do this because, you know, I don't have the money. I can't do this because money. Everything, if you're ever stopped from doing anything, pursuing any dream or goal, 9 times out of 10, it's because of money. 9 times, maybe a good clean 10 out of 10. It's because of money. And that's not the type of lifestyle that God would want us to live, like, at all. Like, he doesn't want us to be slaves to anything or anybody. Like, kings and queens we are. Since when are kings and queens slaves? Like, we have power. We really do. Like, we really, really do. And I get excited about the power that I know I have, and it's just sad because we can't tap into it because we're either too afraid or, you know, we're stifled and stuff like that. So I want Eve's Revenge to start off slow, start brewing, you know, turn up the heat a little bit, start super whipping it, and for it to grow into something bigger than all of us. And, you know, if the government's watching, just want to make sure I look good, because I'm not scared. Like, I'm really not, because the Most High is the Most High. Like, there's nothing you could possibly do that will put fear in my heart. Because if you bleed like I bleed and breathe how I breathe, or whatever the case may be, if you're a man like me, if you're a human being like me, if you was birthed from a woman like me, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, you don't scare me at all. Not even a little bit. Like, not even slightly. So, you know, the Most High just has bigger and better plan for all of us. And I know a lot of people are going through things where they don't really believe that, and they're not trying to hear that, and they can't relate to what I'm feeling, and they can't relate to what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to relay to my people. And that's fine. We are only as powerful and as knowledgeable we are. Yes, that's facts. We are only as powerful as knowledgeable we are. Right. Knowledge is power. Like, that's not a gimmick. That's not a joke. Like, knowledge is power. You have to want to know. A lot of people don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people just goes over their head. They're not worried about it. They wake up every day and they're ready to run after that dollar bill. They're ready to get in their bag. Right? Did I say it right? You can get in your bag. Whatever. Whatever. Like the riches, the type of things that we could control, like we could possibly have control over, we're just giving up because we're settling for what they said is the best thing. You know what I'm saying? The money. And we don't even realize that we're literally settling for less because our dollars, like our money, doesn't even mean anything. Everybody's always putting like on Twitter and stuff, oh, once you break 100, that junk is gone. Yeah, because it's not worth anything. That's like $100 is like $20 to us now. You could have all the money in the world and it still wouldn't be worth nothing. You would still need more money. People talking about winning the lottery and still wanting to work their job. That's not even how the lottery's supposed to work. You're supposed to be set for life. You're supposed to win the lotto and disappear and be set for the rest of your life and have money for your children and money for this and the third. You can't even expect that. Like, we don't need money, we need resources. And we're using up all the resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, the earth is crying. The earth is so upset. Like, the earth is like, yo, God, you created us, and, you know, the sea and the land and the birds and the animals and all this stuff, and these people just ruining it. Don't care for nothing. We want so much, not realizing that we have enough. Like, we have stuff. We have stuff. Like, why are we, what is all of this for? Like, what is it for? What is it going to do besides take over our entire lives and make us obsolete? Like, think of a day when human beings are obsolete. Like, really? That's what y'all want? People get so upset because they're like, oh, I don't go through the self-checkout lines. I'm like, why don't you go through the self-checkout? Because I like self-checkout. I don't really like, some of these cashiers be either too slow or too rude, and I don't have the time. So I used to work at Target. I could scan stuff for the themselves, okay? But it makes sense what they were saying because they're just like, it's the cashier's job to scan things. So if I'm scanning it myself, what is their purpose? Like, why do they have a job? What do they get paid for? They would not have a job. They wouldn't get paid. They wouldn't get hours because people are using the self-checkout and not using the cashiers. And now there's no need for the cashiers. They can go because the machines are doing it for us. We're doing it ourselves. We got a camera on us real quick. Make sure we scan it. Make sure it weighs what it scans as. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in human beings anymore. We were at like this little like meeting / seminar training session at work one day, and this woman was like, you know, mailing used to take anywhere between 2 to 5 weeks type status, like 5 to 10 business days or whatever the case was. And she was like, now we get ticked off if it comes in more than 2 days. The next day shipping. the 3 days, we don't want that. We want next day. We want it right now. Instant gratification. We want right now. The concept of patience is completely and totally out the window. We can't wait on nothing. We need it now. And that's not how life is. And I'm somebody who struggles with that. Not that I need everything to come to my door the next day, but when I think about where I want my life to be and how I want it to operate and stuff like that, if it's not like that as I think of it, like as the thought comes to mind, if it's not like that right now, I'm tight. Like, I want to give up, because it's like, yo, it should be like this because that's what I want it to be. But I'm slowing down and I'm trying to have the patience. It don't have to be nothing that we need in life. Like, it could be like the worst choice, worst case scenario type of thing that I'm over here just stressing myself over. I want it now. I want this, and it should be like this, and why isn't it like this? And it's not what I need at all. Like, stressing yourself over stuff that you don't even need won't benefit you, won't help you grow, won't help you be better, won't help you be great, nothing. Like, you'll just have it. For what? For what? So again, I'm learning to kind of go with, God's plan for me. I'm learning to be patient when he says yes, no, or wait. I feel like he's been making me wait on a lot of things lately, and that's fine. I need to stop overlooking the small things that he's saying yes to, like, while I wait, so to speak. So praise be to the Most High. Again, we just gotta do better as people and tap into our power. And I'm not even talking about like some Harry Potter magic, Dragon Ball Z anime, none of that power type of stuff. I'm talking like legit power. Like, when they talk about the Most High, when they talk about God, when they talk about Allah, when they talk about whoever they consider the Most High. Because whatever name you call him, it's the same dude, man. I'm sorry to tell you, it's the same guy. Like, the same one. So whatever you decide to call him, make sure you call him, because he's on his way. And if you're not ready, you're getting left. And that's just what it is. Like, I had a conversation with some helps get you them wrinkles. That's for sure. That is a fact. But honestly, like, I had a conversation with a coworker earlier today, and I was telling her, like, lately I've been kind of like pleading with God. And I'm like, yo, can you just come, sir? Because this don't make no sense. Look at these people. They doing all the wrong stuff. And look at these kids dying. Look at this cancer. Look at all these the struggles with the homeless, struggles with the people who can't get no clean water. People can't get food. People can't get this. Like, the earth is crying. Like, we have spring weather on one day, then 2 days later we got snow and sleet. Like, the world is confused. It's just, everything is just going to and fro. Like, it has no order. None. There's no order at all. And I'm just like, yo, like, come on, bro. Like, I talk to God like he's my best friend. Like, I really do. It gets kind of weird, and people think it's really inappropriate, but mind your business, okay? He good. He speak to me. He say what he got to say to me, all right? And when he wants me to change something up, I'm going to change it up, but only when he says it, not when y'all say it, because y'all like to judge and think y'all know best, and y'all think y'all know what God trying to tell me and what God's saying to me, and y'all trying to put hands on me, and let me rock, okay? Just let me rock. Let me does my thing, because God loves me for who I am, my energy, my vibe. And when he want to tweak it, I am the clay. He can mold me however he feel on the little potter's wheel. That's fine, but let him do that. I'm tired of y'all trying to do that. I don't like it. So just leave me alone. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't correct me. I like to be corrected. I like to learn and grow and stuff like that. But if I get like a negative vibe or a you doing too much judgmental vibe or whatever the case, I will cut you off because I don't need that energy in my life. It's very discouraging when people try to judge me or put too much pressure on my character. I lash out and I step away because you're trying to change me, and the only person that can change me is God. And I would know the energy. Like, he sends people to me, obviously, to kind of tell me about myself and what to change and how to do it and things like that. So I know that I'm speaking to those who aren't that. So don't get offended. Shout outs to all my church folks. Shout outs to Elder Gladstone. I will be texting you soon if you're watching this. I doubt you're watching it, but just saying. Let people live, like live and let live. Everybody's not going to go on the same journey as you. We're not all going to go at the same pace. Where I am today, somebody else is not going to be today. They're probably steps behind me, steps in front of me, whatever the case may be. You have to let people live. You have to let people make their decisions. You have to let people make their mistakes. You have to let people be who they are in their own identity. Do not try to change somebody. Don't force your ways on anybody. Don't force your fruit on anybody. None of that, because then they're going to blame you and say, you're the one who gave it to me and blah, blah, blah. Let people rock. Let people do what they want to do. Plain, blank, period. Let people do what they want to do. Because who knows, like, what would have happened if Eve came and was like, oh, Adam, I ate this fruit. Come eat it. And he's like, nah, chill. Like, who's to know what would have happened then? You know what I'm saying? How would the story have changed then? Like, what would have been different then? Interesting, right? I know. But, yeah. Eve's Revenge is going to be a really big project, and I really do want everybody involved. I know I was talking about something, I completely went off on a tangent, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, I completely forgot what we was talking about, but, yeah, we're just going to get back on topic. Eve's Revenge. Again, large compilation of art, so musical, visual, so the paintings, the sculptures, the photography. Shout outs to Langston Bowen. If y'all don't follow him or are friends with him on Facebook or Instagram, follow him. He's doing his photography thing right now, so shout outs to him. I might need him to work on this as well. Actually, I definitely will, so I'll probably just link him later. But just poets, hit me up. People who are writing stories, or even if you're writing like journal entries, like I need stuff like that, like from a journal perspective. I'm a journaler. I write a lot of stuff. So people who journal, people who write poems, people who write stories, people who want to do short films, people who want to act, people who want to model, people who just, let's all get together and take this serious because it's my baby. I thought Facts Only was my baby. Eve's Revenge, like Facts Only was a platform that I had to build for myself to get this message out. Look at me just doing stuff. But anyway, Eve's Revenge is really, 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 really important to me. And I'm building like a support system. I'm building a team. I'm building other people who hear what I'm getting at and see it the way that I see it, and may have other things that they want to add to it as well. I'm very open-minded. My brain is very versatile. So there's not really too many things that you can bring to me that I just won't understand or see your way. I usually can see things two ways. A lot of people think that the whole zodiac is foolishness. That may be so. I don't really know. I'm waiting for God to kind of shake me out of it if he needs to. But I really do connect a lot with my zodiac sign, which is Gemini. I'm born June 16th of 1991. Yeah, I'm of age, looking good or whatever. I'll be 27. I don't look it. I need to get my hair done. But forever young. But like being a Gemini, we get a bad rap about, you know, being moody or two-faced. They like to call us two-faced. I don't like that. Don't call me two-faced. That's you trying to fight if you call me two-faced. Like don't do that. With me, I feel everything in that moment. So if I'm happy in that moment, I'm going to show you happy. But in that same moment, if somebody does something that makes me unhappy, upset, uneasy, indifferent, boom, mood change. So I don't think that that's moody or different. Like something happened to change my mood. Like what makes me that? So isn't everybody moody? Like doesn't everybody do that? When something makes you angry, don't you get angry? No, I'm the only one because I'm a Gemini. Like y'all are crazy, okay? But I really, again, with the whole Gemini thing, I can see things on both sides. So I can see where you're coming from as well as where I'm coming from. And I like to meet in the middle and make there like a happy compromise. I really don't like conflict, but I'm not afraid of conflict. So if you have a different, yeah, it's Pisces season. I understand. Shout outs to the Pisces. Y'all are crazy too. Y'all get on my nerves. Shout out to my mom. Her birthday is on Saturday, March the 3rd. Shout outs to Angie May. We love you. I'll be in Florida for her birthday, so I'm kind of annoyed at her right now. But that is a conversation off of facts only. But yeah, so being a Gemini, I just can see things from different angles, different perspectives. So don't be afraid to disagree with me. That's fine. We don't have to agree on everything because I don't agree with people on everything either. I hate when people think that every time you get together, we all have to agree and we all have to think the same. That's really, really boring, and I'm not boring, and I don't want boring people around me just agreeing with everything I say. I don't want a yes man, a yes woman. I don't want none of that. I want different. I want vibrant. I want game-changing, mind-changing, life-changing, revolutionary type people involved on the project. So if y'all have anything, if y'all know anybody, or if you just want to get involved, if you have things that you want to add to it, please let me know because I am open. This is not like something that's secluded. Be serious about it because I will like cut your whole idea off if it's foolishness. I really need y'all to understand that I don't be in the clubs. I don't party. I don't do any of that. So this isn't the platform for that type of thing. Eve's Revenge isn't we shoot niggas and we da-da-da-da. It's not that type of album or mixtape. I don't want any mumble rapping. I don't want any twerk music. I don't want none of that. Well, that won't be the focus. So it'll be music that you can dance to on there, of course, because how do you just have music you can't dance to? But the message will still be underlying. So even if we are going to be talking about like twerking or shooting or something like that, it still has to relate somehow to our concept here and like how it's going to lead up to Eve's Revenge. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to just keep the concept in mind, Eve's Revenge. Going to start building this project as soon as the ball gets rolling. Ball is currently rolling. Shoot the shots. Keep the wrist up, Water. But be on the lookout. I'm going to keep, every time that we do facts only, I'm going to bring on a new, not a new concept because this is just the concept, but I'm going to bring on more material. So I'm always going to make sure that I'm doing my research for y'all. Keep me honest with that. Make sure that I stay on top of that. Again, if you have anything that you want to add, do that. Hit up the YouTube channel as well. It's facts only on YouTube. I'll send y'all the link because I'm going to upload this video onto YouTube. So shout out to my YouTube subscribers when you watch this. I love you all. Yeah, facts only with 3 Y's. So FACTSONLYYY, the number 1 at gmail.com. Y'all can email me your ideas, email me any beats that you may have. Malik, get out of here. Malik, get out. You're annoying. Email me any beats that you have, any lyrics, any poems, any short stories, any ideas for the short films, things like that. I am looking for like just more people to get involved before I move to Florida, by the way. Trying to be out or whatever. But no matter where I'm at, y'all can hit me up. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, I think, still a little bit. Really doesn't matter. I want everybody to be involved. This is not something I'm selfish with. It is my baby, so I'm going to take it very, 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 very serious. Not necessarily on some Bridezilla type stuff, but more so I'm just taking it really, 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 really serious. So don't BS me because I like to ignore people. I'm just saying. I will ignore out of you. Okay? Kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But just if you're serious about being involved, let me know. Again, if you know somebody, you can spread the word, share the video, yada yada, blah blah blah. We're touching on an hour right now, so if y'all don't got nothing else, I don't really got nothing else. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be on the lookout for Eve's Revenge and more facts only on Eve's Revenge. I am only going to be doing my videos on Monday, so if y'all weren't aware of that, that is the new set schedule, time, all of that. It's Monday at 7:30 live on Facebook. Then shortly after that, I'll be uploading the video to YouTube and Mixcloud. If you haven't done so already, like the Facts Only page here on Facebook. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe and all of that stuff. But again, I love all of you. Everybody who views, everybody who comments, shares the videos, does their things. I really appreciate y'all, and I want y'all involved in this movement. Speaking it into existence, writing everything down so it manifests or whatever. What she tackles, she conquers, and I'm gonna conquer this. Like, take back what the devil stole. Our peace, our sanity, our good life. Like, do you know how awesome it would be to like be in a place where like the temperature was always good, like everything was just straight, and you could just walk around naked with animals and an abundance of food and fruit? Like, come on, bruh. All we were supposed to be eating was fruit and vegetable stuff that was growing off trees. Now we gotta kill animals and stuff like that. Like, come on, bruh. Come on. I mean, I'm not saying I'm vegetarian or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you like to get back to that? Wouldn't you like to? They always saying like, oh, you gotta eat this, this, and this, so you can get your clear skin and all that other stuff, and you're looking all good. And we can't even do that. Like, I just want better for all of us. Okay, that's all I'm getting at. That's all. So if you don't want better for you and your family and your peoples and your children's or whatever, that's on you. Okay, not everybody's gonna be down to come on the trip. Not everybody gonna be ready. Not everybody gonna have their bags packed or whatever. But when the Most High come and He coming for His people, we gonna be ready. Cause I'm gonna get y'all ready. Cause I love you, and that's what people who love you would do. Like, get you ready to get done, right? So yeah, I mess with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to Facts Only tonight. Be back here next Monday at 7:30. I won't be at work late on Monday at 7:30 because I'll be in Florida on Monday at 7:30. So, yeah. just tune in, like how you be doing. I appreciate y'all, for real. I'm gonna stop playing. Yeah, so what I said to do that. All right? All that liking stuff. All that liking stuff I was talking about, all that like stuff I was talking about, subscribing and whatnot, do that. Thanks, guys. Be blessed. Love always. Your girl, Chelsea Nicolle, signing out. Facts Only, Season 2, Episode 4, or whatever. Intro to Eve's Revenge. Interlude, Rib Gone Wrong. I love y'all. Do your thing. Good night.